Hey guys, this is a response video on this video. The title of it is my rant about Whole Foods Market allowing a dog into the store. It was posted by Victor the Babbler, I think it was a few hours ago, and he just complains a lot. I did comment on his video, and I tried very hard to keep content and calm and not scream at him at the top of my lungs. I would recommend that you watch this video because it just proves how ignorant people really are. He says that basically he saw a lady in the store, this very popular store in Florida, and she had a fluffy dog. I don't know if it was a big dog or a small dog. I really don't care. He claims that she claimed it was a service dog. Okay. Well, he says, well, if it's a service dog, then she should have a visible disability. She is not blind, so she can't have a disability. I don't think that's how that works. How many thousands of disabilities does it take for that to get through people's head that you do not have to be in a wheelchair, you do not need to be blind to have a service dog? Second off, he claims that they have to have a vest or a tag on. No, they do not. Even though most people would think that they do, and most handlers, I think, should do that, but you don't have to. That's just plain. You do not have to have a leash on your dog either, but you have to have a leash if you can. He thinks that pets in stores, well, they spread diseases and they spread fleas and they are terrible. And people in Florida must be morons and stupid for doing this. And he's complaining that he said that the store had no control, which I understand that, but he is saying that this person is lying, which, you know what, I'm not saying that this is a service dog or a pet. I'm not going to choose either side because, you know what, I don't know if this lady had a disability or not. You know, there are so many: asthma, PTSD, seizures, diabetes, traumatic brain injuries. There's so many. There are more invisible disabilities than there are people in wheelchairs. So, you know what, he's just very aggravating. I'm just upset. And you know what, I'm just gonna read the comment that I put on here. Like I said before, I'm gonna see if I can put the link in the description, but I'll see how that goes. Okay, so this is what I said. Well, first off, service dogs do not need any kind of identification tag or vest. Second off, they can be any breed. They can be from pit bulls to a Chihuahua to a Great Dane. They do not have to be professionally trained. They can be owner trained. And there are no standards for service dogs. People do not always have physical disabilities, and you do not need to be in a wheelchair, or you do not have to be blind to have a service dog. There are thousands of disabilities out there. There are actually more invisible disabilities than there are people in wheelchairs or white canes. There are autism, PTSD, diabetes, asthma, seizures, mobility problems. These are only a few. The list goes on and on. People do not need to look disabled. That should be a common fact. Only dogs can be service animals. You cannot bring your cat, hamster, bird, snake. They are not service animals. Horses can be, guide horses and mobility horses can be grandfathered into the ADA law. A real service dog should not wander off. They should not bark or sniff or growl or seek attention from others. I have a service dog for an invisible disability, and it took nearly 2 years to fundraise money. I'm not blind. I'm not in a wheelchair. But that does not mean my disability is fake. That does not mean I am lying. My service dog is my medical equipment. She is not a pet. In the state of Florida, it is actually a second-degree misdemeanor to misrepresent your pet as a service dog. The only reasons that businesses can deny a service dog access is if the service animal is out of control and the handler does not take effective action to control it, or if the animal is not housebroken. However, accidents can happen. You cannot deny because of that. And I said I can come on here and I can call him an a-hole and I can tell him to go to hell, but I'm not going to, because I understand where he's coming from. I know that this whole law around service dogs can be confusing to others who do not understand these laws, but I hope that he would do more research on service dogs, and I hope that he would think about the things that I have said. Is that too hard to ask? Yes, that was a long comment, but you know what? It had to be said. You would think that people by now would know that there are so many disabilities. There are so many people that have, they don't have to even be physical. They don't have to be inside your body. They can be in your head. You can have social phobia, anxiety, depression. You can have those and have a service dog. No, if the dog's sole purpose is for comfort or emotional support, that is not the training purpose. Therefore, it is not a service dog. Emotional support dogs that just provide emotional support, they are not service animals, and they are not covered under the ADA, but they are considered pets. They are not allowed in stores. They are not allowed in the public area. I needed to say this to others because it is just so unbearable that someone can be so ignorant and not think about that. Yes, and I understand that this lady probably did not have a real service dog, but I'm not going to say that. Yes, he did say that it was rubbing up against all the merchandise, and people came over and were crowding around it, petting it, which you should not do if you have a service animal. I understand maybe if you have a service animal for just mobility support, but even then, service animals are working dogs. They're not pets. Leave them alone. I had to do this, so thank you for watching. See you guys.